Hey, what's up, YouTube? Today I'll be working on a Toyota 1.8 timing chain. The timing chain on this car is starting to rattle, so I'll be working on it and let's get to it. First, remove the engine cover, then remove the 4 bolt holding the ignition coil. Be careful when you remove the plug on the ignition coil, because all Toyota plug, they like to break. Two more bolts on the harness, and then you can remove the ignition coil and the harness. Remove the air hose. Remove all the nuts and bolts from the wall cover. Move the harness to the side and then remove the valve cover. Unplug the VVT and the alternator, and don't forget to disconnect the battery. Now you can remove the belt. Remove 2 nuts from the motor mount on the underside. Put a jack underneath of the engine to support the engine, and you can remove the rest of the bolt for the motor mount. Next, remove the alternator. Next, remove the nut holding the tensioner damper and a bolt holding the tensioner. You will need to jack up the engine a little bit just to remove the bolt. Next, remove the motor mount bracket. Now you can remove the water pump. Remove 2 nuts for the power steering pump. The bolt will come out from the back side. Now you can set the crank to 0. Once the crank is at 0, make sure the top mark is at the top also. Next, remove the 12mm bolt. Usually you need special tool for this. It is a star socket, but someone worked on it already and messed up the thread, so I just use 2 nuts, lock it together and just spin it out. Next, remove the timing chain tensioner on the back side of the engine. Then you can remove all the rest of the timing cover, nuts and bolt. Remove the crank pulley and then you can remove the rest of the bolt. And don't forget to remove the crank sensor. Now you can remove the timing cover. It should come out pretty easy, so don't try to yank on it. If you have to yank on it, you probably have like a bolt hiding somewhere that you need to take it out. Remove one 12mm and two 10mm holding the timing guide. Now you can remove the timing chain. Next, clean out the surface around the timing cover and the water pump. Make sure it's clean because you don't want to work the second time if it's leaking. Now that everything is clean, you can put a new timing chain. Make sure the left side is lined up with the dot and the right side is lined up with the line. If it doesn't line up, you can use a 24mm wrench to turn it a little bit. Now for the bottom, make sure the gold chain is lined up with the dot on the lower gear. Now you can install the new timing guide. Make sure you don't forget to put the plate for the crank sensor, and make sure it say F on the outside. As you can see, the left side is hanging out on the side, so I use two zip tie, one holding the guide and then the other one tied to a top timing chain. Now wipe everything down, make sure it's clean, including the timing cover. Don't forget to put the silicone around the timing cover, and when you put it in, make sure it doesn't rub off the silicone. Once it's in place, you can put all the nuts and bolts back. And if you don't know which bolt go where, you can draw a picture of timing cover and put the bolt where you take it off. once you install the bolt for the timing cover, you can install the tensioner, and you can cut out the zip tie. And don't forget to unlock the tensioner. All you need to do is just push it in lightly and then it should pop out. Next, install the water pump. And reinstall the bracket for the motor mount. And install the belt tensioner. Next, reinstall the motor mount. Reinstall the power steering pump. Next, install the crank seal. Reinstall alternator. Install the belt. Reconnect all the wires. Clean all the surface for the wall cover. Put a dab of silicone where the timing cover meet the head, and you can install the wall cover gasket and the wall cover. Now reinstall all the nuts and bolts on the wall covers and the bracket. Reinstall the ignition coil. Drain the oil and the coolant, put the new one. Turn the engine on to test. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the next one.